You're live on the Marin County G-Channel. I'm Jerry Kay. We are at the Emergency Expo at the Marin Civic Center. Today you'll see demonstrations by the people who actually respond to an emergency in Marin County. A fire, a flood, an earthquake, a terrorist attack. We'll also be talking with people who know very well how Marin County coordinates its teams of first responders. Let's go inside for the opening remarks.
Welcome. On behalf of Sheriff Doyle, Chief Mazuka, and the rest of the Marin County Fire Chiefs, we want you to have a pleasant day. This is an opportunity for you as safety officers, as board members, as citizens, to truly see how ready and dedicated we are in Marin County. Not only the three agencies, and that means Public Works, Fire, and Law, we work together. As somebody pointed out, you see a lot of yellow out there, a lot of white, a lot of red. And our three branches work so seamlessly together. When we come to an incident, we all leave our egos at home, and whether it's a sheriff incident, a fire incident, or Public Works, we all come together and work as a team. And today is one of those demonstrations.
Chief Hurley, give me what the message is to your colleagues throughout the state of California and specifically here in Marin County. What's the message?
The message is that it's important for these types of demonstrations so that our elected officials and our citizens know that the fire service, law enforcement, emergency response personnel are not letting the grass grow under their feet. They are every day doing everything they possibly can to develop an effective fire and rescue mutual aid response system so that when we have the major disaster in California, that the citizens feel comfortable that their emergency responders are going to be there, they're going to be effective, they're going to be coordinated, and they're going to do everything they can to save lives and property.
Chief Masuko, let me ask you something. This is an expo that's really focused on first responders. What's the message you want to communicate to your colleagues?
Well, first of all, they call California the Disneyland for disaster, whether it's a major wildland fire, an earthquake, a flood. We're in California, we're really susceptible to all those major emergencies. And one of the things that we want to do here in Marin County is be prepared for any type of all-risk event. Marin County having the low population density, if we were to have a regional event in this area, certainly the big cities, Oakland, San Francisco, are going to get the resources. So when we took a look at what kind of equipment, what kind of staffing we needed, what kind of specialty teams that we needed, what you see here is the evidence of what we really wanted to do as far as preparedness for a major disaster in Marin County.
This vehicle is designed as a multi-hazard, multi-discipline emergency support vehicle, so it can handle a police emergency, SWAT tactical coordination, communication coordination, a fire mutual aid emergency. It can provide an incident dispatch platform for the fire service, hazardous materials. On board we have a 42-foot telescope that has a color digital camera.
We have all sorts of different resources at our disposal. Obviously, documentation is one of the biggest things. We could very well be building a court case here. If this is an arson conviction or an arson fire, what we're going to do is we're going to work very closely with the police department. We're going to follow all the laws of evidence collection. We're going to go ahead and use things such as our cameras, our gas detectors to see if there's any presence of a flammable liquid. We will use this vehicle here. A lot of times it's secure. We'll get them into the back. This is where we'll do our initial interviews of the people who are on scene.
We have the monitoring equipment sophisticated enough to take a look at all chemicals unknown, solids, liquids, powders, WMD, biological, nerve agents, as well as the ordinary industrial chemicals, chlorine, hydrogen sulfide, those types of products. We have specialized equipment, personal protective equipment, respiratory protective equipment, from what we call firefighters level D, the firefighter bunker gear, all the way up to level A, fully encapsulated suits which we use for gases and vapors such as chlorine, those types of incidents.
This trailer is outfitted with medical and surgical supplies, so we can take care of minor injuries. We can do some minor surgical procedures. And when I say we, I'm referring to our Medical Reserve Corps, which is a group of 250 to 400 volunteers, doctors, nurses, pharmacists that have agreed to help out during time of disaster.
I chair the Disaster Council, and I am also the chair on the Office of Emergency Services. So in the event of a disaster, I would be the policy policymaker that would be involved in an event.
And what do you see from your perspective now? So coming to an event like this and you see what services, what tools Marin County has access to, what's the focus from a policy point of view?
I think the important message is that we all need to be able to work together in the event of a disaster. I had the opportunity to be involved in the state-sponsored program of the regional mock disaster last fall. And while we were getting the information from some of the larger urban areas about 10,000 casualties and tens more thousands of injuries in the larger areas, and Marin County had 200 or 300, my thought immediately was, we're not the first in line for state or federal support, and we better darn well be able to take care of ourselves here. And so it's not only the importance of our different agencies being able to work together, but also our neighborhoods and communities being able to be prepared to know what they need to have available so that they don't become a casualty themselves, and to be able to have a well-trained and well-prepared community that can also assist us and add to our pool of resources in the event that we have a major disaster, and we will at some point.
The mobile disaster unit is basically just a mobile cache for our CERT team that we can take care of them so they will continue to help out and volunteer, because once they run out of food, water, and warm clothing, they're not going to help anymore.
Right now we're operating our mobile live fire burn trailer. Currently inside we have two operators, one operating our pendant with the fire and smoke, and the other operator has a thermal imaging camera, or a TIC camera as we call it. And with these cameras, we're able to see through smoke-filled rooms, which we normally would not be able to.
We have 80 members to fill out our 29-member regional task force commitment. The team is built on the idea of getting 29 people out the door for a rescue within an hour. We have a variety of equipment here. First discipline was victim location. That was done by our recon team, utilizing canine, search cameras, and breaching equipment to get to the hole. The second component we used was our crane and rigging specialists, which were able to, working with our structural engineers, calculate the weight of the slab, lift the slab off as opposed to penetrating the slab. Our third component was to bring our confined space rescuer in fully dressed to make a confined space entry, and also then do a medical evaluation while they were in the hole with the victim, and use the Novato truck company to literally lift the rescuer and the victim out of the hole, turning them back over to the paramedic side for definitive care and transport to the local facility.
And we're using our rescue watercrafts. Some people refer to them as personal watercraft. In the rescue world, they're rescue watercraft for us. As they approach the victim, and today we have a mannequin in the water, the operator will grab the victim with his left hand as he still operates the boat with his right hand, swing that victim back to the rescue sled, and then the rescuer on the sled will pull the victim onto the sled, lock down onto him, and then they can get out of there if there's waves coming or you're drifting down the current or some other hazard. This is a line throwing gun. Brand name is a Rescue Max. Comes with 2 loads of rope. One is a thicker rope, 8mm Prisit cord, which will shoot about 150 feet, and then we have smaller parachute cord, which will shoot up to about 300 feet. And when it hits the water, it'll auto-inflate a life ring so that the victim can grab onto it.
Next, we're going to talk with the mayor of... Actually, I'm getting word there is some sort of an emergency at Treasure Island. I'm being told that the participants in this emergency expo are being dispatched there. We have a video crew who will be following them. Let's pick it up at the command center.
components right now: squads, search, and logistics. All right. Right now, our identified squad leaders are Kai Pasquale, Mario Bernardini, and Dave Carr. Search team manager Pete Mendel, and in logistics over here, and then the rest would be command staff. We need to travel together because of the Bay Bridge and also because of security issues. I'll be in the lead. We'll get the Code 3 rolling stock surrounding any non-Code 3 rolling stock. So if anything is not Code 3 capable, put them in the middle of our rolling stock. Farhad will be bringing up the rear. Travel channel until we get to the Bay Bridge. Once we hit the Bay Bridge, no talking on the radio. Okay?
This is not a safe area we're going to. Okay? Everything else marked covered.
Okay. Thank you.
This was some type of terrorist event, so keep your eyes open for bad guys, and we are bringing the SWAT guys for a reason.
We're going to go around the, actually we can go around this side. We'll take the D side over to C, make a loop around the perimeter, and we'll secure it, and after that we'll wait for clearance for entry. Tactical command, please. Perimeter is secure and did not see any suspect.
Wear the mask, wear the gloves, wear the eye protection, situational awareness of your surroundings, uneven footing, power lines may be inactive, but there could be trip hazards. Void spaces could become confined space problems, and be really aware of where you are relative to the safe zone behind the cutting station. If we have to evacuate everybody, that's where we're going to be going, and that's where we're going to be looking for our accountability. So really, as you get the area clear in your head, know where that safe zone is. Stop working and look. 3 blasts of the air horn. Get out, no questions asked. Go to your safety zone. If you're cutting concrete or you're in a confined space, you wear a particulate mask, no ifs, ands, or buts. Eye protection, helmet, gloves. It's been suggested that if we go deep into some of these vaults and tunnels, that we bring the escape bottles from the confined space team, along with a mask. You don't have to be on air, but have it available for you. The objectives, first objectives, Pete, is for you to get in there and to start the search.
confirm the locations of victims, and identify any new victims. There already is a grid system that's set up.
There's a couple entry points on the A side, one that's open right now and one that appears closed.
Under the tavern?
Yep.
Okay.
Goose's Tavern.
Go up 1 to 7.
Okay. Adjacent to that entry is an unstable wall, and there's like a void. Appears like a knockout in the building, so just steer clear of that area. There's no entries in there.
Okay.
But keep in mind that wall may be unstable if you come to the inside. No entries on the B side. They're working a tunnel at A1, and there's no access to the C side.
Guys stop, evacuate, stage together, meaning our team stages together, they'll stage together. One blast to stop and listen.
This is the front of the building, the A side, B, C, D.
Okay? Crane, and meet me. The joint command post is the unit with the hood up.
Let's go around the back. Let's go around the back. Check it out. Here? Yeah.
One over here. You want? You got one. You got one. One down here. One down here. Is that the wire that's up there? Is it like a bomb or something, or that's what's standing on here?
Down. Continue down.
Real slack.
Well,
We hope through this simulation we've shown you some of the tools that first responders have access to here in Marin County, and also the communication and coordination that is ongoing here between all these municipalities and departments. For the Marin County G-Channel, I'm Jerry Kay.
And like any event, if we're going to have a major event, it's going to be a multi-jurisdictional event. And, that's why we come together and we play with San Francisco, we play with the SRT team, because on an actual...
Train.
I shouldn't say train. On an actual event, we're all going to be working together anyway for a successful mission. So thanks again to the troops from San Francisco Fire. And like Fahad said, Chief Tom Saragusa has been great to us, and we really appreciate the hospitality. And thanks for all the EMT students that got up at about 6 o'clock this morning and came over here early to pre-deploy. And thanks to the team. You guys are doing a wonderful job. So thank you.
Mazuka, I want to thank San Francisco Fire Department. Chief Saragusa has been terrific, and all the people he assigned. We want to thank San Francisco for allowing us to work in this facility. I want to thank you guys for participating. You did terrific. Thank you. I want to thank Marin County Sheriff, in particular Lieutenant Russell, who's the commander of the SWAT team. And a couple of things. I think you guys did awesome. Some of you came in. Well, this was a surprise drill. I want to thank Chief Peterson. Where are you, Ted? Novato Fire, and the EMT students.
Tell you thanks for inviting us. We appreciate it. It's a great plus anytime we can work with USAR Fire and join, because like the Chief said, in reality, when something like this hits, we're going to be joining the command staff, and everybody's working together. We've learned a lot of stuff because of terminology and other stuff. As you guys, different terminologies, it helped us out a lot. Again, you guys are a professional group. You handled yourself extremely well, and we look forward to working with you guys in the future. Great job.